All right, we want to welcome everyone to the 2018 Marathon MAC Football Championship Game Media Pregame Press Conference. Again, want to say thank you for joining us here at Ford Field in Detroit, as we are proud to have our East Division champion Buffalo Bulls, and we want to say thank you to Coach Lance Leipold, quarterback Tyree Jackson, and linebacker Khalil Hodge for being here. Congratulations on your season. We'll go ahead and let Coach Leipold open with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions from members of the media.
Well, first of all, apologize to everyone for our delays, things that we couldn't control, but appreciate all the efforts from Ken and the MAC office. Extremely excited to be here for our program's second appearance in the MAC championship, but and equally proud of the efforts of our team and the two young men that are with us today. We're excited about the opportunity to compete against an outstanding team in Rod Carey's Northern Illinois Huskies, and look forward to an exciting game tomorrow night.
Questions?
Okay, Tyree, just they lead the nation in sacks. Just what do you what stands out about their pass rush, and how do you think you can deal with it?
Yeah, they have a well-coached defense. Their defensive line is very talented as far as getting to the quarterback and making plays, and we've been preparing all week, and we have to continue to prepare today, and come tomorrow night, we have to be ready.
Tyree, we haven't had a chance to speak with you yet this week, but to be named the MAC Offensive Player of the Year, with this kind of season that you've been able to have, with the passing numbers and getting this team back to this game, how special has this season been for you?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a blessing to receive an award like that, but it wouldn't be possible without my teammates and all the coaches. And the big thing about our team this year is that guys aren't in it for awards or for attention. They're just in it for the team and for the team to win. And I think that's the common theme around our whole team. So that doesn't mean anything without a win.
In the backfield with you have a pretty special running back in Jarrett Patterson. He was named Freshman of the Year in the conference. What's it been like to watch him grow and develop throughout the season, and as a freshman put together the year that he's been able to have?
Yeah, I think the thing that sticks out is that he's such a good kid, and that he does all the little things right. He practices hard. He's very humble, and so he was very deserving of that, and I was just very happy for that. And I'm excited to continue to see him grow throughout his career.
We're all three.
Yeah. I guess I'd say on that is, obviously we're happy for Jared, and the nice thing is that our two young running backs have really added a lot to the offense. Help complete what we wanted to be as a balanced offense, an attacking offense, help our vertical game and do those things, and to see the emergence of that. And I think Tyree would also agree is the really kind of shows what our offensive line has been able to do, to be able to establish a running game, protect our quarterback, and allow our playmakers to go make plays. So extremely happy for him and really all the guys involved.
For all three of you, this is something that this university has only experienced, once every 10 years, if you will. I've been to 2 road games, and your crowd, the guys that travel, the Bulls backers, if you will, is solid. Can you talk about what this means to the program and what you expect out of your crowd tomorrow when it gets game time at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I think we're just very excited, as a whole. The whole Buffalo community has really embraced us, and we appreciate it a lot. This opportunity is something that we've kind of been waiting for all year, what we've been working for this entire time, and like I said, we're all just collectively ready to get things going.
Tyree, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, we're just very thankful for the Buffalo community, like Khalil said, embracing us this year and traveling to all the games. And I'm sure there will be a lot of people there tomorrow, and we're very excited for that.
And Lance, do you want to add?
Yeah, I'd just say, going through the process of when I was being hired, one of the things that was alluded to by the administration was that Buffalo community gets behind winners. They're starving for a team to have an opportunity to be successful, and you watch really things within our athletic department and now what's happening around the city and with our professional teams. Things are definitely on the uprise, and it's kind of getting contagious throughout it, and it's been a pretty exciting thing to see and experience.
Lance, for you, I know this is a different stage being Division I, but at Division III Whitewater, you won multiple national championships. Being that this is a conference championship game, though, what are you able to draw from those experiences at Whitewater that maybe you're kind of going back to kind of lead this team into tomorrow?
It's different in some capacities, but I think hopefully our guys would say, now we had to make a few adjustments, and today's been an adjustment. You have to be able to make those, but the thing that we always want to try to do in all these situations is try to stay within the routine the best we can. It's yes, it's an important game, but it's the 13th game of the year and one that these young men have earned. And as long as we try to stay within the moment of what it is and prepare for a good opponent and stay within that, I think they'll have a chance to take the field with great excitement and be successful.
Coach, you guys obviously have a prolific offense. Do you think you can reach the 35 average against this good Northern Illinois defense?
As we always say, if it's, last year's game against them, I think was 14-13. We've had the 51-41 games, whatever it's going to take. And I think that's the way this game needs to be played and coached is whatever it's going to take. They've been battle tested. I give a lot of credit to Rod Carey and his staff and his team because they played a very challenging schedule, non-conference schedule, and to be that good a defense statistically against that shows that it's a very good unit. I'm not one to make predictions, but we're going to do whatever we can to move the ball and find a way to score points.
Lance, your team went from 2-10 2 years ago to 10-2 this year. What in particular did you do to really execute change within this program?
Well, probably these two guys next to me, is a big part of it. When you're in the middle of it, you're not. I think that I might have been Tyree that might have said it earlier in the week. I think what the players really started to embrace and by is that we weren't changing how we were going about it. And sometimes they think there's going to be this magical, touch of things, or you're gonna flip the switch, and all of a sudden you're a lot better football team. The little things that we asked them to do, there was a reason why we were doing it, and when you're not winning, sometimes that's tough. But we just kept plugging along and doing our thing, and they started to see the results, and whether it be through technique and fundamentals or how we're going about things off the field, and we continue to get better. I wish it was something fancier to that, but they may answer the question better than I do.
Right, and that's right, Tyree or Khalil, when did you see change taking place and you realized, hey, we got the ability to turn this thing around here?
Yeah, I guess I kind of just always believed in Coach Leipold's vision. And like he said, nothing's really changed, since the very start. Since my first season here, we kind of just been plucking away and just kept working, kept, believing in what the coaches are telling us. And you kind of gradually saw a change. And we're just excited, to be a part of that change.
Khalil, for you and the defense, you guys have talked about what their defense is going to try to do to hold you down. Does that put pressure on you on your side of the ball? And what are your expectations against a kind of just a steady attack from the Huskies?
Yeah, I don't think it puts pressure on us, no. Another thing that the coaching staff preaches is just it's all about us. We're worried about what we're doing, and we're trying to control what we can control. Their offense is high power. They do a lot. They have a quality dual threat quarterback, running back with good offensive linemen, things like that. But we're just trusting in Coach Borland's game plan and just being ready to execute.
Lance, to their pass rush and their defensive line, just kind of what stands out when you see their pass rush?
It's pretty impressive, Mark. I'll say that. I think the strength inside of the interior players, holding the point and getting a push when they need to, and the explosiveness, and as we say, a lot of twitch on the outside. Sutton Smith is deservingly, an All-American player. He's Defensive Player of the Year, and he does a lot of good things extremely well, and all facets, and some of it's ingrained in those players, but you can tell they're being coached well as well because they play hard, and that's what that's the same type of things we've tried to do, and that's what you're glad when you're in a game like this, when there's two teams that play the game that you want, the way you want it played, and they play it at a high rate, and it's going to be a high effort ball game, and it's going to be a big test for us, as you're alluding to, with our offensive line, with that defensive front.
Khalil and Tyree, this is for you guys. Have you guys had a moment just to kind of sit back and kind of digest the history that you guys have been able to make this year?
I think really we've just been focused on week by week and kind of taking care of the next game. And I think at the end of the season is when we'll kind of look back and kind of, I guess, soak it all in. But right now we're just so focused on the game and getting ready for that we really are just in game mode, I feel like.
Yeah, same with me. Like right now we're just so ingrained with the process and, the day-to-day, week-to-week operation that it really hasn't, really sunk in yet. So after we, play a couple more games and handle our business, then we'll let it all kind of soak in.
Tyree, one more for you. You won a state title here. No, you lost a state title. My apologies, man. But being able to come back here, though, and be in this building, is there a level of comfort for you, though?
Yeah, just having played here, I kind of remember what it was like, but that was a long time ago, and I'm here with a new team and new people, and I'm really excited this year to be here with the guys that are in our locker room because they're very deserving, and it'll be a fun game.
For both players, Khalil and Tyree, just talk about enjoying this moment right now. Some players don't get a chance to ever compete for a championship, and you have this opportunity tomorrow night. Just talk about the moment.
Yeah, I'm excited. Our whole team's excited. The plane ride over, just the entire process. It's fun, and we're glad we're getting an opportunity to play this 13th game, and we just can't wait to hit the field.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing and something that you can't take for granted. It's something that you step into a MAC program in a school like Buffalo, and that's your goal. You see it on the walls that get to Detroit, and we made it here, but that wasn't our only goal. So it's a blessing, but you also got to stay hungry.
This question's for Tyree and Khalil. What in particular do you think defines this program now as opposed to 2 years ago, besides the win-loss record?
I think that the great part about it is, like Coach Leipold said, it's a lot of the same guys that are on that 2-10 team. I think that this team has been through a lot on and off the field, and that's kind of molded us into who we are today. And the coaches have done a great job of believing in us and always staying on us no matter what. And I think the players did a good job of accepting that. So really I think that this is just a tough team that's been through a lot.
Yeah, I agree with Tyree 100%. Just our grit as a team as a whole, and like he said, what we've been through on and off the field. We've been playing with each other for a few years now, not just on the same team, but legitimately playing with each other on the field in big-time moments for the last couple of years. And I think that's what's just kind of helped us lead up to this point.
Lance, for you, just talk about with regards to this week, the prep for you and your coaches in that last opportunity to fine-tune what you might want to fine-tune before tomorrow night.
Well, playing on Friday and kind of having a 7-day turnaround. As we know, we have a unique month in November, which is always something that I've really come to enjoy, really, because it kind of breaks that monotony that you go through. So, busting back from Bowling Green, we already started to quickly turn the page and try to give these guys some rest, after 12 games as best we could. But, the staff went about the usual week, but we had 2 practices down at the Ad Pro Center down in Orchard Park, the indoor practice facility of the Buffalo Bills. So give us a little chance to work on an NFL field and indoors, and then really just kind of try to scale some things back to try to keep our guys fresh, and a very short walk through inside the Alumni Arena today before we came.
And just a word specifically about NIU's offense. Obviously, Marcus Childers, his ability to beat you both with his passing game and the running game. Talk about Marcus, and then also their tandem in the backfield of Marcus Jones and also Trey Harbison.
Yes, complete backfield. First of all 3 of them are very dynamic. I think Marcus is. We saw him last year. I think he's continued to make great strides and improvement and experience and confidence like most quarterbacks do in this league. Give credit to you know, Craig Harmon, his position coach, worked with us back at Wisconsin Whitewater in 2013, so I know what an outstanding coach he is. So watching Marcus, when you go back and you watch 12 games, you really watch him make all the throws and do things. He's got a experienced physical offensive line, and you know, offensively they do a lot of things, motions, shifts, and different things to cause confusion, try to get you misaligned. You know, that you're not gap sound, and do some things that continually try to make it, you know, a battle on you to play well. And that's what Khalil's kind of alluded to for us to play. So, again, another difficult task with you said, led by an outstanding quarterback.
Well, for Khalil Hodge, Tyree Jackson, Lance Leipold, thank you for being here. We appreciate your time. Want to wish you the best of luck tomorrow night in our Marathon MAC football championship game. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
We are going to go ahead and have Northern Illinois in here.